Hey, that's me dancing. I'm Brittany Lee. I moved to China in 2018 and I returned after COVID in 2021. And today, why don't you take a walk with me down the pedestrian street, East Nanjing Walking Street. So, before I went to East Nanjing Road, I went to a tailor by my house. And from the tailor, I went to Jiaotong University. It's the closest metro to my house, which is on line 10 and 11. So I entered in exit 6 of Jiaotong, took line 10, about 4 stops, and then I stopped at East Nanjing Road, which will take you directly to the East Nanjing walking street. The metros in China are super clean and really convenient. Of course, if you're on line 2 or going to East Nanjing, the metro will always be busy. And another interesting thing is they're always on time, so you can always see how far the next train or metro is, and very rarely it will be late. It's normally a couple seconds early, which is really nice. And I will go out on exit 2. Let's learn some interesting facts about this pedestrian street. East Nanjing Road is a road where no cars are allowed to drive, but there are areas with intersections where the cars can cross through. So it really is a walking or pedestrian street. Before it was called East Nanjing Road, this was called Pak Nong and Huayang Nong. And then in 1864, the municipal council, they standardized the road names. The reason they had to do this is because, again, Shanghai is now organized or controlled by the Chinese government, which before it was controlled by the French name. So it has the east and west. So we have East Nanjing, West Nanjing, and then Nanjing is the Chinese word. So it's kind of a way of merging the old names with the new names to the modern names. That's why East Nanjing doesn't look like ancient China. It has like a really European feel. And then if you go all the way to the Bund, it's really beautiful because across the river you see these really big industrial buildings with lights. And then if you were on the opposite side, looking towards East Nanjing Road, you would see European style buildings. Okay, so someone requested on my Yuyuan Garden video that I do East Nanjing Walking Street, and I'm finally here. This week in Shanghai, the weather is super cold. It's like negatives outside. So I thought it would be like a perfect day to come to East Nanjing, but it's still like super busy. I guess I should have known that. I got so used to like during COVID times, like everything wasn't busy, and even the metro was like crazy packed, and I don't really take the metro. But so I'm just gonna walk around today. I haven't eaten yet, it's like 2. So let's see what we can find on East Nanjing. It's a tourist street. But what's really great about Shanghai runs into mall for shelter. So I came inside just a random mall because maybe you could hear on the video I had like 3 women come up to me and try to sell me some bags and watches. And I don't really know if it's like a scam, but for sure, like if you're a tourist, it's gonna be overpriced and they're not real. It's like fake Chanel. So the girl wouldn't leave me alone, and then actually the cop came up and told her like bushing, which means like she doesn't want, like I don't want, or bushing, I don't want. I was just smiling, trying to be nice. I kind of wanted to record her, but I also don't want to like put her face on YouTube because I know people, they have to work, they have to make money. But when you're walking on the street, I guess just be aware of stuff like that. People just kind of up in your face, just nicely say no, or even just ignore them. The police here are pretty good with the tourists, especially in the tourist area. They don't want people to like harass us. So I'm in a VR mall, but I want to go out and just walk around. So if a lady comes up to me when I'm recording, maybe I'll put her on, not to expose her, just so you can kind of see like what they look like. They have these little cards with like bags on them. But if I were to keep walking that way, it would take me to the Bund, but I'm gonna keep walking this way to People's Square. So I'm just gonna walk a couple blocks and find like an older street that's not super developed. and let's try some new food. You guys, if you're Chinese, and I offend you when I eat because I make faces. I make faces no matter what I do. Doesn't really matter if it's new or not. Also, maybe I don't eat it properly, or if I don't like it, it's just like my ignorance. Okay, I'll try to be more respectful when I try food because I know it's your culture. And let's try to have a nice time in this freezing weather. So East Nanjing is normally like a shopping street, but a lot of the stores that I used to shop at, like Forever 21, H&M, they got rid of on this road, and now there's just Zara, like that I would like. There's a lot of stores in the shopping malls, and there's like game places, but I don't really come here to shop. Actually, in China, most foreigners I think use Taobao, and then sometimes we'll go to some stores. Like I go to Victoria's Secret and stuff for bras, but I don't even think that's on this road. So it's just kind of nice to walk, but just be prepared to be around like a lot of people. And a lot of tourists come here, even like Chinese tourists. So sometimes when they see foreigners, they're like, oh, but it's just normal. If you're walking to People's Square on East Nanjing, in order to get to People's Square, you have to go underground. So it looks like you're going into the metro, but it's just a way for you to walk underneath the road because you cannot cross at any intersections, and then you end up in People's Square. Now I am in People's Square, and I'm cold and hungry and I need to pee. I actually used to live right in this area, like one block down, and there was always a bakery that was like super popular and busy. So I'm gonna see if I can find it, if I remember. I went there one time and I waited a long time in the line, and then they told me I was in the line to pick up my food and I didn't order, and I was so upset that I waited and no one told me that I just left. So maybe today I can get it right. If it's super busy, I'm just gonna go somewhere else. So it's the Park Hotel Delhi. Still super popular 4 years later. Really long line, goes all the way down the street to the corner. So let's keep walking. If you just keep walking straight past the deli, you go down, you find this road, and I saw some people standing outside the shop, and it wasn't super busy, so I decided I'll go inside. I see they have soup dumplings, so let's try some soup dumplings. Soup dumplings, they're really significant in China, and there is the big soup dumplings. I got the small soup dumplings. So inside the soup dumpling, this one is pork and there's not much veggie. But I wanted the spicy pork one, but the guy told me that he didn't have it. Actually, this week in my Chinese class, we talked about these, and I told them I don't like to drink the soup, but they're like, oh, you have to blow on it and then suck the soup. So I tried my best, and I look professional in my opinion. when I'm eating these soup dumplings. I did really well with the chopsticks. I poked them like a hole before so they could chill, and then sometimes I blow in the hole and you pick it up, you suck it as much as you can. Then you can dip it in the vinegar, or you can just eat it how it is. And I'm going to find in a different video some big soup dumplings so you guys can actually see like how much it's really like a soup inside a dumpling, and then some meats and veggies. I like the veggies in the dumplings. This dumpling for me, I give like 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but I really like when there's like veggies mixed inside and not just the meat. Most dumplings are pork, but with some nice veggies is better. So I definitely recommend these soup dumplings to try if you're in Shanghai or anywhere in China. I like the small ones because they're bite-sized and it's not super hot when you're like eating it, where the big soup one, it's gonna be like really hot and you need to chill for a long time. So that was my day on East Nanjing. I'm sorry I didn't explore so much and the weather was quite cold, but if you guys have anything specific you want to see on East Nanjing or within Shanghai or the culture, just leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. And have a great new year, because Chinese New Year is coming up, or have a great new year for 2024. Let's be great this year.